As we prepare for this week's Watchtower Study, January 5th through 11th, 2026, Study Article 44, our hearts are warmed by Jehovah's tender view of his faithful older servants. Let us approach the meeting with warm appreciation and eager hearts. Imagine how Jehovah really feels about his faithful older servants as they advance in years. Many people in the world dread aging and try hard to hide gray hair or wrinkles. They see old age as something undesirable. Yet Jehovah has a completely different view. He deeply values his servants who have grown older while remaining loyal to him. To him, their gray hair is a crown of beauty when it is gained in the way of righteousness. Proverbs 16:31. Jehovah compares faithful older ones to flourishing palm trees and sturdy cedars of Lebanon. As Psalm 92:12-14 beautifully states, "The righteous will still produce fruit in old age. They will remain fresh and green, declaring that Jehovah is upright." These mature trees stand strong and vibrant despite many years, just like experienced brothers and sisters in the congregation. Mature trees often provide the most shade and fruit after decades of growth. In the same way, older faithful ones offer rich spiritual nourishment through their wisdom, endurance, and example. Jehovah sees the inner beauty of their hearts, the loyalty and love developed over years of whole-souled service to him. Jehovah does not focus on physical appearance or limitations. He looks at the heart and appreciates the spiritual qualities that older ones have cultivated. Their steadfast faith and continued praise make them truly precious in his eyes, far more beautiful than any youthful appearance could ever be. Knowing how Jehovah views us can fill our hearts with joy. As we age faithfully, we can continue bearing spiritual fruit by encouraging others, praying earnestly, and maintaining our integrity. This brings praise to Jehovah and strengthens the entire congregation. Question for paragraph 3. Are there Bible examples that show how Jehovah has used older servants to carry out his will? Jehovah never considers advanced age a barrier to serving him. Throughout Bible history, he has entrusted vital assignments to older faithful ones, proving that their accumulated wisdom and faith make them especially valuable for certain aspects of his purpose. Sarah was 90 years old when Jehovah enabled her to give birth to Isaac. Through her, the promised seed progressed toward the Messiah. Though she laughed at first, her faith grew strong, and Jehovah blessed her greatly for her part in his purpose. Moses was 80 and Aaron 83 when Jehovah commissioned them to confront Pharaoh and lead Israel out of Egypt. Despite Moses' initial reluctance, Jehovah empowered them to perform miracles and guide the nation for 40 years in the wilderness. The Apostle John was likely in his 90s when, exiled on Patmos, he received the inspired visions recorded in Revelation and wrote several other Bible books. His faithful endurance allowed Jehovah to use him to encourage Christians in every generation. These examples reassure us today that Jehovah continues to use older brothers and sisters in the preaching work, congregational responsibilities, and personal encouragement. Their prayers and faithful example remain powerful, showing that age does not limit our usefulness to him. Question for paragraph 4. What can help older brothers and sisters endure the trials that come with advancing years, according to Proverbs 15:15? Aging brings many physical and emotional trials that can test our endurance. Some humorously say, Old age is not for weaklings. Yet the Bible offers practical help to face these challenges without losing our joy and peace of heart. Proverbs 15:15 declares that all the days of the afflicted one are bad, but the one with a cheerful heart has a continual feast. A joyful spirit acts like a banquet that sustains us even on difficult days brought by advancing years. Cultivating joy rooted in our relationship with Jehovah and the sure hope of the new world helps us focus on blessings instead of limitations. This cheerful heart lightens the load of health issues, reduced activity, or other trials common in later years. In the sections ahead, we will consider why joy can be challenged as we age and practical ways to preserve it. We will also see how the congregation can lovingly support older ones to remain joyful despite physical difficulties. Soon, in paradise, all pain and limitations will vanish. Until then, maintaining a joyful heart honors Jehovah, strengthens our faith, and allows us to continue encouraging others in the congregation with our positive spirit. Question for paragraph 5. What things might discourage some older ones as they notice the effects of aging? Many older brothers and sisters become discouraged when they can no longer do the things they once enjoyed. Physical pain, reduced strength, or limited mobility make everyday tasks difficult, reminding them of the vitality they had when younger. Ecclesiastes 7:10. Simple activities like dressing, cooking, or household chores can become tiring or painful because of arthritis, numbness, or lack of balance. Some who were very active in field service or recreation miss those outlets and feel frustrated by their new limitations. It is natural to grieve the loss of former abilities, but dwelling on the past can steal present joy. Jehovah understands these feelings and draws close to those who feel crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. Our value to Jehovah is never based on physical strength or productivity. He looks at the heart and delights in our continued love and faithfulness, no matter how our circumstances change. Question for paragraph 6. What other factors can cause discouragement in older ones, and how can we view the matter of driving? Losing independence often brings deep discouragement. Needing a caregiver, moving in with family, or no longer being able to drive can make older ones feel they have become a burden or have lost personal freedom. Yet our worth to Jehovah and the congregation does not depend on self-sufficiency. He values the heart full of love for Him and for fellow worshipers. Accepting help is an expression of humility, not weakness. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. When health or eyesight makes driving unsafe, prayerful consideration and consultation with family or doctors can help decide when to stop. Safety for ourselves and others is important, and there are alternative ways to get to meetings and service. Jehovah fully understands the emotional pain of these changes. The loving support of the congregation, rides, visits, practical help, shows His care through His people and brings comfort to discouraged hearts. By focusing on spiritual activities we can still perform, such as study, prayer, and encouraging phone calls, we maintain purpose and joy. Jehovah sustains us until all limitations are gone in the new world. Question for paragraph 7. What can help if an older one feels sad thinking the end might not arrive in their lifetime? Some faithful older servants feel sadness at the thought that Armageddon may not arrive before they finish their earthly course. Having waited many years for the new world, they may wonder if they will personally see it. Jehovah's patience is loving, not indifference. He is waiting so that more people can attain repentance and come to know Him. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18. This delay allows the preaching work to reach millions more. Thinking about those who will benefit, perhaps family members or Bible students, can turn sadness into gratitude. Jehovah's patience means more sheep-like ones will survive into paradise, and that is cause for joy. We can trust that Jehovah's timing is perfect. Each day brings us closer to the end, and our faithful endurance honors Him while possibly helping others draw close to the truth. Even if we fall asleep in death, the resurrection hope is sure. Faithful ones will awaken in the new world to perfect health and endless joyful service to Jehovah. How can the challenges of aging sometimes affect what older ones say or do? Physical pain or illness can make anyone more irritable and prone to words or actions later regretted. The Bible acknowledges that we all stumble many times, especially when not feeling well. James chapter 3, verse 2, and Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Faithful Job, under intense suffering, sometimes spoke wild talk. Jehovah understood his pain and later blessed him. Similarly, medical conditions may cause older ones to say things out of character. No one should use age or health as an excuse for unkindness. If we realize we have spoken unlovingly, we should quickly apologize and make peace, as Jesus taught in Matthew chapter 5, verses 23 and 24. Prayer and meditation on scriptures about speech help us maintain self-control even when unwell. Jehovah's Spirit can produce mildness and patience in us despite physical trials. The congregation imitates Jehovah's mercy, showing understanding and forgiveness. With effort and reliance on Jehovah, older ones can preserve their Christian personality and continue bringing joy to others. Question for paragraph 9. Why is it beneficial for older ones to accept help from others? Accepting help can be difficult for those accustomed to independence. Pride may make us reluctant, fearing we will burden others. Yet the Bible urges us to bear one another's burdens in Galatians chapter 6, verse 2. Accepting help honors that counsel. When we accept assistance, we allow brothers and sisters the greater happiness of giving in Acts chapter 20, verse 35. We also experience Jehovah's love expressed through the congregation's practical care and concern. Many older ones who have humbly accepted help testify that it deepened their appreciation for the brotherhood. Meals, transportation, visits, and errands show how deeply the congregation values and loves them. Prayer helps overcome reluctance. Viewing help as Jehovah's provision changes our perspective and allows us to receive it with gratitude and dignity. Question for paragraph 10. Why is it good to make a habit of expressing gratitude to those who help us? Expressing gratitude brings joy to both the giver and receiver. When brothers and sisters help us, a sincere thank you or a warm smile shows we notice their loving efforts. This simple act strengthens bonds in the congregation and reflects the peace of the Christ that should rule in our hearts. Colossians 3:15. Jehovah wants us to give thanks in everything. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Even small gestures of appreciation, a note, a kind word, or a text can deeply encourage those who care for us. One caregiver shared how short thank you notes from an older sister brighten her day and make her service feel truly valued. Gratitude keeps our hearts humble and prevents us from taking kindnesses for granted. In a world that often overlooks thoughtful deeds, Jehovah's people stand out by promptly acknowledging the love shown to us through fellow worshipers. Regularly showing appreciation also helps us maintain joy despite physical limitations. It focuses our minds on Jehovah's provisions through the congregation rather than on our challenges. When we cultivate gratitude, we imitate Jehovah, who notices and rewards faithful service. This attitude draws us closer to Him and to our brothers and sisters, filling our days with warmth and encouragement. Question for paragraph 11. In what ways can older ones bring joy by reaching out to help others? Focusing on helping others shifts attention away from personal trials and brings deep satisfaction. Older brothers and sisters possess a wealth of experience, like a rich library of spiritual treasures ready to share with younger ones in the congregation. Take the initiative to talk with younger publishers, ask about their lives, listen attentively, and share how Jehovah's standards have brought happiness through decades of faithful service. Your stories strengthen their faith. Teach from experience why Jehovah's ways are always best. Relate past trials and how prayer and reliance on Jehovah brought relief. Such encouragement helps younger ones face today's pressures with confidence. Comforting and building up others fulfills Psalm 71:18, declaring Jehovah's strength to the next generation. Seeing younger ones apply your counsel and grow spiritually brings profound joy that outweighs physical limitations. By actively sharing wisdom and love, older ones remain vibrant in Jehovah's service. This mutual upbuilding strengthens the entire congregation and prepares all for the joys of the new world. Question for paragraph 12. What comforting promise does Jehovah give to His older servants, according to Isaiah chapter 46, verse 4? Jehovah never grows weary and has unlimited strength to sustain His faithful servants. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 28. Even when we feel exhausted physically or emotionally, He notices and provides the support we need through His Spirit and Word. Jehovah personally promises older ones, "Even to your old age I am the same, and to your gray hairs I will keep carrying you." Isaiah chapter 46, verse 4. He made us, carries us, and will continue to sustain us. This promise is certain because Jehovah always fulfills His word. Joshua chapter 23, verse 14. Through earnest prayer, we feel His love and strength flowing into us, renewing our joy and peace despite advancing years. Those who wait on Jehovah exchange weakness for strength, soaring like eagles. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 29 through 31. Prayer connects us directly to this source of endless energy, helping us endure with joyful hearts. Relying on Jehovah's promise fills us with confidence that He will never abandon us. This assurance brings lasting joy now and points to perfect health soon in paradise. Question for paragraph 13. What perspective from 2 Corinthians 4:16 through 18 can help us stay joyful as we age? Difficulties of old age can weigh heavily, but remembering that they are temporary makes them easier to bear. The Bible assures us that sickness and frailty will soon end forever in Jehovah's new world. Isaiah 33:24. Though our outward body wastes away, the inner person, the spiritual man, is renewed day by day. Focusing on this renewal keeps us joyful amid physical decline. 2 Corinthians 4:16. Present afflictions are momentary and light compared to the eternal glory awaiting us. Fixing our eyes on unseen future blessings strengthens endurance and maintains a positive outlook. Knowing our best days lie ahead in perfect youth and health fills us with hope. Old age is not the end, but a brief step toward endless, joyful service to Jehovah. This scriptural perspective transforms trials into opportunities to prove our faith. It sustains joy now and builds eager anticipation for the real life ahead. Question for paragraph 14. How important is it to regularly visit and call older brothers and sisters? Older ones often feel isolated, especially if housebound. Regular visits and calls reassure them they are loved and valued members of the congregation, combating loneliness and discouragement. Hebrews 13:16. A brother confined indoors compared himself to a caged lion, bored and frustrated. Thoughtful contact shows we remember them and care deeply, reflecting Jehovah's love through practical kindness. Busy schedules can cause us to postpone reaching out. Making specific calendar notes or scheduling visits helps us prioritize these important acts of love. Consistent contact honors Jehovah's direction to share and do good. It strengthens older ones spiritually and brings joy to both them and us as we imitate Christ's compassion. Visiting and calling older ones builds congregation unity now and stores up treasures in heaven. Such love will be fully rewarded in the new world. Question for paragraph 15. What simple ways can younger ones and older ones enjoy time together? Younger ones sometimes hesitate, unsure what to discuss with older publishers. Yet genuine friendship needs no elaborate plans, just sincere interest and willingness to spend time together. Proverbs 17:17. Chat before or after meetings. Ask about favorite scriptures or childhood memories, or watch JW broadcasting together. These relaxed moments build warm bonds across generations. Practical help like updating devices or downloading publications shows thoughtfulness. Inviting older ones to enjoyable outings, shopping, dining, or appreciating creation helps them feel included. Sisters of vastly different ages testify that shared laughter, movies, and mutual counsel make age gaps disappear. True friendship focuses on shared faith and love for Jehovah. Spending time together enriches both younger and older ones spiritually. It fosters congregation love now and prepares us for eternal friendships in paradise. Question for paragraph 16. Why can accompanying older ones to medical appointments be especially helpful? Beyond providing transportation, accompanying older ones ensures they receive proper attention and respect from medical staff. Presence shows advocacy and care. Isaiah 1:17. Doctors sometimes dismiss older patients' concerns as psychological. Having someone along often changes how seriously the doctor responds, leading to better care. Taking notes during appointments helps older ones remember instructions and feel supported. This practical assistance reduces stress and shows loving concern. Older sisters express deep gratitude for brothers and sisters who take time to accompany them. Such acts reflect Jehovah's compassion through his people. Accompanying older ones to appointments honors them and strengthens congregation bonds. It brings joy to all involved and will be remembered with appreciation forever. Question for the paragraph. Paragraph 17. How can we include older ones in the preaching work? Many older publishers cannot walk door to door, but still burn with zeal to share the good news. Creative arrangements allow them to participate joyfully in the ministry. Invite older sisters to cart witnessing with a comfortable chair nearby, or conduct return visits or Bible studies at their homes for their convenience. Elders can arrange field service groups to meet at older ones' homes, enabling easier participation. Such thoughtful planning honors their long, faithful service. Including older ones in the ministry brings them purpose and joy. It also enriches younger publishers through their experience and prayers. Every effort to involve older ones honors Jehovah and follows scriptural counsel to withhold no good. Proverbs 3:27 and Romans 12:10. Their continued participation strengthens the entire congregation. Question for paragraph 18. What encouraging conclusion can we draw about growing older in Jehovah's service? Jehovah deeply loves and values his older servants, seeing their spiritual beauty developed through decades of faithful endurance. The entire congregation shares this appreciation. Aging brings challenges, but with Jehovah's help and congregation support, older ones can maintain joy and continue fruitful service until paradise restores perfect health. How comforting to know our best days are ahead, eternal youth and vigorous service in the new world, free from all present limitations. Caregivers for older family members or ill ones also face trials. Maintaining joy in such demanding circumstances requires Jehovah's strength and practical wisdom. The next study article will discuss how caregivers can preserve their joy while lovingly serving others, offering further encouragement from Jehovah's Word for all of us. Having thoughtfully considered the encouraging truths from Jehovah's Word in this week's Watchtower Study, we have seen how precious our older brothers and sisters are to Jehovah, and how we can all help preserve joy despite the challenges of advancing years. Let us now turn to the review questions under How Would You Answer? What situations could cause older brothers and sisters to lose their joy? Many older ones feel discouraged when physical limitations prevent them from doing what they once enjoyed. Arthritis, reduced mobility, or chronic pain make simple tasks difficult, reminding them of lost vitality and causing frustration over no longer serving as actively in the congregation or field ministry. Losing independence deeply affects joy. Needing caregivers, moving in with family, or stopping driving can make older ones feel like a burden. This loss of freedom, combined with isolation, brings emotional pain that Jehovah understands, but that can still weigh heavily on the heart. Some become saddened thinking Armageddon may not come in their lifetime after decades of faithful waiting. Physical discomfort can also lead to irritability or regrettable words, straining relationships. These trials test endurance, yet Jehovah draws close to support those feeling crushed in spirit. How can older ones maintain their joy? Older ones maintain joy by humbly accepting help from others, allowing brothers and sisters the happiness of giving while experiencing Jehovah's love through the congregation. Viewing assistance as his provision fosters gratitude and keeps the heart cheerful despite physical limitations. Expressing sincere gratitude and focusing on helping others, sharing experience with younger ones, shifts attention from personal trials. This brings deep satisfaction, fulfills the desire to declare Jehovah's strength to the next generation, and preserves a positive spirit. Regular prayer draws on Jehovah's promise to sustain older servants to their gray hairs. Remembering that present afflictions are temporary with perfect health ahead in paradise renews the inner person daily. This scriptural perspective sustains joy and eager anticipation for the new world. How can we support older ones in the congregation? We support older ones by visiting and calling regularly, combating isolation, and showing they remain valued. Scheduling specific times for contact or visits reflects Jehovah's care through practical kindness and strengthens their spirit with encouraging association. Spending relaxed time together, chatting after meetings, sharing scriptures, watching JW broadcasting, or enjoying outings builds warm bonds across generations. Practical help like updating devices or accompanying to medical appointments ensures proper care and reduces stress. Including older ones in the ministry through cart witnessing, home Bible studies, or field service meetings at their homes honors their zeal. Such thoughtful efforts bring them purpose, enrich the congregation, and store up treasures in heaven until paradise.